はいどうも、木更木亮です。それではね、バルダーズゲート3続きやっていきたいと思います。なんかウィルさんが追ってたね、敵が見つかったみたいなんで、今からね、それを追っかけます。なんかこの村を襲ったみたいですね。こいつらは仲間なんかな。血だまりがあるね。なんか多いな。あれおうおう。
One horn, the stink of Avernus. Advocatus Diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The
あ、
blade
こ
of
いつはカーラコ
frontiers.
か。
Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you. Bloody right. An honor to be chased by the blade of frontiers, but I...
A great heat roars through you.
こいつ
Her
も
heat, fiery as the hells. Then you're lost in visions of demonic armies as you tear through a
妖精持ち
landscape
か。
of fire and blood. The blood war. You saw it from above as the Nautiloid passed through Avernus. This woman was on the front line.
What was that?
Evidence. Proof that you're a devil. A gladiator in the archdevil Zariel's army.
I can explain, but it's a whole situation. If you just hear me out...
Another vision. Karlak's blade raised, slicing through devils,
Maybe
Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. Her rage and desperation seep into you. She is a victim of the blood war, not an agent of it.
She's trying to trick us. Don't believe her lies.
You saw the truth. I never wanted to serve Zariel. I was enlisted in her army against my will. Forced to fight, and fight I did.
じゃあなんで町を
When I
襲
saw
ったん
an
や。
opportunity to get away, I took it. Finally home. Or near it, anyway.
You served her. That's enough to damn you.
これは感染してるな。なんで感染してんの？
Will catches his breath and his lips straighten. Sheer dread twists his face.
You don't know what you're saying. You're asking me to trust a devil.
You know monsters, right? Better than anyone. Look into my eyes. Can't you see I'm not what you think?
なんで燃えてんのでも。
You really are no devil, are you? I've been deceived.
Oh, thank the gods. Thought I was gonna have to take your head.
You would have died in the attempt. But there have been enough threats today.
Truce then, eh?
Aye. Truce.
I'm Karlak, but you already knew that. And you are... Well met, soldier. Nice to meet a friendly around here. It's been tough going so far. I may not be a devil, but I can put the blade's reputation to work.
刃の評
How
判
would you feel about helping me kill some evil bastards? Little background if your moral compass needs something to point at. You already know I fought in the Blood War. I was good. Really good. It turns out I've got a knack for killing demons. That made me a valuable asset. Zariel, the archdevil herself, made me as her personal attack dog. I played along until I could get the fuck out of there. But devils don't like to lose their assets. Zariel liked it so little. She sent a bunch of goons, so-called paladins of Tyr, to take me back. Problem is, I'm not going.
まあ仲間にしようか。でもこれ、あの町を襲ったやつは誰じゃあ。
Fuck yes! They cornered me outside the toll house just up the hill. Doubt they've gone far after the scorching I gave them. Then we can work on evicting this parasite and take Faerun by their short
あ、まあいい
tails.
ね。
Sound good?
I like her. She looks like she could throw me over her shoulder and carry me to safety, should the need arise.
I'd hug you if it wouldn't scorch your skin off. Hang on though.
なんで
Looks like
火
you've
出
got
てん
enough
の
backup at your side. Not sure there's room for me. I'll catch up with you when it's time to camp for now. But don't get to any of the fun stuff without me. Got it?
なるほど。じゃあちょっとメンバー整理するか。あいつらが人間やけど、人間のパラディってそういうこ
You've
と？
been witness to a pantomime, I'm sorry to say. And I've played my part all too poorly. I can say only this. Karlak's not the only one who's had a villain's knife held to their throats.
Gods, what now? Do you have a tax collector on your tail?
You're closer than you think. One night soon when we make camp, the veil will be lifted, and I'll pay my penance. And you'll have them. But I can't promise you'll like them.
どういうことや？
Hell's fire. She's coming.
Well, you've been naughty. And you know what happens when you're naughty.
Gods damn it. Anyone but her.
Well, you absolute stinker. You kept me a secret?
こいつ
Time
デ
to
ビ
let
ル
the
に使えと
Hellcat
ったん
out of the
か。
bag. Call me Mizora. I'm Will's patron, the fount of his power. My pet's been unruly, and his leash needs a yank. We had a deal, Will. But Karlak's still breathing.
I've taken more pleasant shits than you, Mizora. And at least those can be buried after.
That's no kind of talk for a lady. By the way, Karlak, Zariel sends her regards.
You told me! Devils only! She's a tiefling, not a monster!
How precious. The little pupster's found his bark.
Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless.
Karlak meets the criteria, pet. Trust me on this. Don't you worry. That ship has long sailed the Styx. But a defiant pup must still pay his
Styx?
price. To wit.
Will burns in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through
Ara.
each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
あれデビルになって思った。ティーフリングになったぞ。
That's better.
What the hells have you done?
A promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms.
Get used to the new form, pet.
There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo. Now, let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade. Karlak, keep an eye on him, would you? I'll be keeping mine on you. Oh, and Will, don't forget, our pact still stands. Ta-ta.
どうなっとんや。一体どうなっとんや、これ。ちょっと
I'll be
どういう
honest,
こと
soldier. I'm reeling. Will hardly knows me, but he chose my life over his. Been a long time since someone stuck their neck out for me like that. You can say that again. When he was chasing me through Avernus, I thought he was...
大丈夫？思いっきり、なんか見た感じ大丈夫そうやけど。優雅に飲んでるけど。
God's damn her, straight back to the hells. Just look at me. I did what was right, and Mazora made me pay for it. I'd be hunting devils and demons, she said. Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not Zariel's victims. Not innocent tieflings.
Warlock pacts tend to be unforgiving from what you know of them. Will was lucky he didn't face a more severe punishment.
まだましか。まあ、魂を奪われんかっただけでもマシやったか。
I'd count my lucky stars for it, but I reckon luck is on holiday. I'm only alive because my patron still has use for me. It's Mazora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts.
ああ、ウォーロックの
Before I was
力
infected,
か。
I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds. But I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast. I can't utter the terms or circumstances of the pact. I can tell you most all else, but the pact, I'm forbidden, unless Mazora permits it. But I'll say this. The moment I pacted myself to Mazora, I have not regretted for a heartbeat. It was my proudest deed. It was worth the sacrifice. All I can give you on that is my solemn word.
騙されてたわけではないんか。
It's said that anyone who bathes in the river of blood emerges as one born anew. I feel the weight of these horns on my head, curling upwards like a mammoth. Not to mention a few bumps and prongs in But I haven't seen my reflection just yet. Be my mirror. What do you see? I can't tell if you're being silly or serious. I suppose I'll grow used to the new me. The people will see, but I will slay their monsters. Keep them safe. And one day they will see the Blade of Frontiers again.
まあ、そこまで納得しとんやったら、今のところはまあ、いいよ。やっとだいぶこれのやり方とかに慣れてきたな。さて、あ、ちゃうわ。どうもどう
You
も。
brought her here. We won't survive another assault. Leave us in peace, and we shall leave you in kind.
Cut the crap, Anders. I know what you are.
Don't let her hurt us. Please. We just want to go home.
カンパしようか。 うん。危ないな。
There's something in the squint of his eye. You suspect he's lying.
Enough! Enough! I'll not play pretend anymore. Karlak, you're going home in pieces if needs must.
やっぱ嘘やっ
And
た
you,
か。
you'll soon learn what it means to ally yourself with the likes of this garbage.
Avernus was never my home. It was my prison. I'm free now. And I'm never going back!
おお、45か。
Here we go again. よいしょ。いいね。じゃあ、これなんかどうかな。
Poor fucker.
わ、結構強いね。やるね。ほほう、これはこれは。移動力が足らんか。そうね。6やろ。ああ、なかなかしぶとい。ナイス。投げれるね。ナイス。うん。ナイス。さてと。
Fuck them. Fuck Thariel. I won't go back. I'm never going back. And if any of Mummy's little friends want to pick up where the others left off, they'll find nothing but a pile of ash.
うん、一
That's
緒に
right,
行こ
she won't. She can't. She couldn't even lay a finger.
う。ザリエルどうなのか。よし。おいおい、何してんの何してんの。ストップストップ。こらこらこらこれ何してんのこれ。
Had to let off a little steam after facing off with those ignots. Granted, the fire's lasting a little longer than it should. How do I look? Careful, soldier. If I burn any hotter, I might explode.
死にかけたんやけ
Hear
ど。
that? Infernal engine
Magic.
for a heart. Lets me burn
あ、
as
だから
hot as
心
the
臓ないっ
hells.
ていうトーンが
Seems
正
to
しい
be
んか。
running in overdrive since I left Avernus. Won't be seeing my mechanic anytime soon, so I'll just make the most of the extra heat. Just don't get too close till I've found a way to calm it down.
なるほど。今もうほんま死んでたからな。
Wild, right? And believe it or not, I'm one of Zariel's least mutilated pets. But it's a bit early in the game to be getting into tragic backstories. Let's save this. Meanwhile, I'll need to find someone who can tune up my engine sooner rather than later. Believe me when I say this thing. The first time I faced down those paladins, they let slip there was an infernal mechanic in the area. A tiefling. He might be able to stabilize things, if I can find him. Sounds like a good lead. Hopefully our guy will be among them. A tune-up would do this old tub a world of good.
おう。前後したけど。どこ行ったんやろか。あ、もう旅立ってんな。ーっと。じゃあね、今回はね、ウィルさんがイメチェンしましたね。そういった新たな仲間、カーラクさんも仲間になりました。かなり最後、大暴れで死にましたけどね。危なかったけど。じゃあね、今回はこれぐらいで終わりたいと思います。どうもご視聴ありがとうございました。よろしければチャンネル登録お願いします。ではまた次の動画でお会いしましょう。